It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And the Rams had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. He's taking care of that early.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be 1st and goal. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. It's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 25-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd. And before the 2nd down play. A signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Game ain't save my cherry, I just did it, that's crazy.
They'll set up a throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. That one a first down pickup of 8. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Told you it'd be Buffin.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic game with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Touchdown, Rams! Cam Akers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the...
I'm about to eat a burger.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson.
The second down pass. Complete to Cordero Patterson. It's a gain of 13, but it's third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
How you play a suspended player.
Before he takes it inside the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say.
You funny.
Touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Nice drive. MMHMM.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down.
You know what, I could tell this was going to end really badly when he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You hit one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
first and 10. It's Patterson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a third down at 17 to go. They'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Stanford. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Give to Patterson, running to the right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and run, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Following the touchdown, here's Wk2 to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Stafford. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one goes for 36 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ridder with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Wk2, up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is gonna move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Back to throw, Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about no man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Again, he'll drop the throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little power pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Break on the carry. It was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Drake. Touchdown, Falcons. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in the tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You don't see too many quarterbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Patterson again. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That'll be caught. It's caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little too much time. To try and steal this one away.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
I mean, you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll look to throw. It's Edwards again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone's going to be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. So it's the Rams here to take home the W. This one, Charles, too much Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,